So this is a shot that was on Reddit, and I want to take just a minute to talk about it. First of all, the shot that he made was a great shot, okay? The shot that he shot was the post-hit masse, cutting the 6 on the side and bringing the cue ball, which was right here. And in the shot on Reddit, I can't see the distance between the cue ball and the 6 ball. He was playing 10 ball, so rotation. He's on the wrong side of the 6. And what he does is he does the post-hit masse to come, and he comes out and he ends up right in here for that cut on the 7. It's a good shot, and one that I like. But it's got a lot that can go wrong with it. So I just wanted to offer a couple of suggestions on this. And I want to address one thing real quick. Mentioned in the post that he didn't want to be on the short side of the 7. Well, the 7 is on the diamond, so there is no short side. You could be on either side of that and it's equally good. But that said, the shot that I recommend here is to do one of my favorite routes, and for those of you that are watching the series on lead zones and routes and all that stuff, I'm definitely going to talk about this one because it's one of my favorites. And that lead zone is, okay, so we'll talk about that in a second. He suggested that the reason that he did the post-hit masse is he was concerned about scratching in the corner. Well, so first of all, we've talked about tangent lines, and the tangent line on that 6 runs to the center of the table. And it doesn't matter where this cue ball is on this side, that tangent line always runs to the center of the table down here, okay? So scratching in this corner requires force follow. As long as you don't force follow it, you're not going in that corner. As far as scratching in this corner, on the shot that I suggested right hand English, stun it just a hair, and come around the table. Scratching in this corner would require 2 things: a world-class stroke with bottom right hand English that pulled the cue ball, so our natural roll was going to go forward, right? You would have to pull it straight, and then you would have to have enough spin to fight that straight line and force it this way to get into this corner. Scratching in this corner on this route is very, very difficult to do. And we're going to talk about that a lot when we talk about this route and I'm doing routes. So if I hit this shot and make it with no English, you can see the cue ball just goes down to here. And you've got a little bit of left side spin, cut-induced spin that happens because of the contact with the cue and the 6. And that spin is in this direction. So you're really going to have to work to throw this forward enough to get an angle for here. Okay. What I suggested, and by the way, I've got this lined up like he did, so it's lined up basically a ½ inch on either side of the pocket. Again, I don't know what distance was between this, so I'm putting it fairly close. I'm just making my best guess, but it doesn't matter because the tangent line doesn't move. Okay, so the shot that I suggested was to use 330 as your hit on the ball, and you want to use as much spin as you can possibly get, okay? You want a good stroke on this, and the reason for that is that spin plays a key part in this leaf. The more spin you have, the better it works for this leaf, because what you want to do is you want to come down, hit the rail, spin off, hit this rail, come down, hit this rail, and you're going to hit it down here near the pocket, but again, very hard to get it in the pocket. You have to be perfectly wrong to get it in that pocket. It hits this rail, it hits this rail, and because it's spinning, so if I hit it on the right side at 330, the ball is spinning counterclockwise. So when it hits that rail, its tendency is to come towards this rail, okay? Counterclockwise, it comes back towards this rail. Well, if the ball's coming this way and it counters against that rail, it ends up coming straight up. The only way you have a problem with this shot is if you come into the rail and it loses its spin by the time it reaches this rail, and then it can roll out this way. So as long as you hit this firm and with a lot of English and speed, actually, you can hit this almost as hard as you want. It's very hard to overhit this shot. As long as you hit it with right hand English and you hit it hard, you're going to end up with a good lead on this shot. So let's. Okay, I got a little too much spin, but I still, or actually a little too little side spin. But you see, I ended up with a good shot. Because this is a stun shot, it's always going to be the spin that carries it down the table. And by the way, because the side pocket is so big, you have the option of cheating the pocket to the side to get more speed, or cheating to the other side to get less speed. So because the side pocket is so wide, you're going to want to hit it to the right side of the pocket. And the reason you do that is, one, you're going to get more speed, and two, if we're putting maximum right hand English on this, it's going to throw the ball to the left. So we want to minimize the effects of that, or the chance of missing because of that throw. So we're going to aim it towards that side of the pocket, which changes our tangent line to here. Okay, so if I shoot to this side of the pocket, my tangent line moves forward, which is going to help me because I'm not going to, cues on the tangent line, I'm not going to be fighting the direction of the ball with my spin. So we want to shoot towards the right half of the pocket, we want to go down, and we want to spin off the rail, and it looks something like this. You see, I hit that pretty hard. Like I said, very hard to scratch in this pocket, but now I end up there. I didn't have to worry about speed control because my English was going to stop it anyhow. I end up with a good shot on the 7. Let's do it again. See that, even hitting it slow, I got a decent shot on the 7. And I didn't take a chance on throwing the ball out of the pocket with the masse effect or any of that kind of stuff. So this is really, this shot is really insensitive to speed. I can hit it harder. And I'm still going to get a good shot. So shooting it into this half of the pocket with a little bit of stun right is a whole lot more consistent. And I get that you were worried about hitting the 10. You have to work to do that. That 10 is a really small ball here, because you're going to be coming from that corner to this corner. You're basically coming down this line through the center of the table from the first diamond to the first diamond. So there's a lot more room than you think there is. And that's a whole lot more predictable and a whole lot more consistent. So like I said, you shot a great shot. to get where you got, and you did get out. Congratulations, good job. This is a lower risk, higher percentage play. So think about this the next time, because, and I know you said you did think about it, but you were worried about scratching, you were worried about the 10 getting in the way. Well, this route goes here. There's not a pocket in there, and there's not a 10 ball in there. Have a great day. We'll catch you next time. By the way, for those of you that subscribe to the channel, I do have a video. It's the Position Zones Part 2. I'm in the middle of editing it. It'll be up in the next few days, probably Saturday. I'll put it up. Trying to get all the graphics right, and those videos are taking longer to edit because I have to do all the graphics so you can see the position zones and stuff. So that will be out in the next couple days, probably Saturday.